All right, welcome back. This is Miss Stroke speaking and Johnny. So here she's gonna do her speaking practice, and this is the first class after the Lunar New Year, right? Yes, it's the first class after that, after the Lunar New Year in Vietnam. All right, so Miss Stroke, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Always ready. Good, good, good. So let's start with part one first. I don't know why, but today I woke up and then I felt really tired. It's like, oh, I just felt like super tired. I mean, I slept a lot. Maybe it's like maybe I'm getting sick, maybe. Okay, let's try 112. It's about hosting events. Like you are the one organizing the event and you host it. So at your place or maybe you rent a place and then you host the event. So, Mr. Have you ever had to organize an event? Maybe your own birthday party or something like that.
I haven't, I haven't ever
So
had
you
to,
haven't, so you haven't hosted any event ever, right? No?
yes, I haven't ever really organized an event by myself at
Mm.
least, but in the past, I used to uh, take part in an event that's organized by my
That was
classes,
organized. That was organized by.
that was organized by my classes, and I am and the words and element in that
Sorry, you were what?
and a words and element,
An element. So
yes,
you were an element of that event.
of
Một
that
thành
event.
tố của cái sự kiện đó ha. So you were a member of that event, like an organizer, right? So
Yes,
you were one of the organizers. So do you think it's difficult to host an event?
absolutely yes. To host an event,
Host.
to host an event, um, it requires people to have a really well, really good plans, and they have to manage to solve any problems that can happen because when people um, organize an event for others or even for
Even for
themselves,
themselves, even for themselves, there are many things that they need to take into considerations, right?
yes, many things they have uh, to blend because to because if the one their events go smoothly, everything should be organized carefully,
Hmm.
just as place, uh,
Like to rent
equip,
a place, to rent a place and equipment,
place equipment.
renting a location and
Yes,
equipment.
even visitors that they want to uh, have them in their party, they have to invite them quite early because
Of course,
they've
invitation must be early, not like last minutes.
yes,
If you invite them last minute, they won't be able to attend your event because they might have other commitment. Có những cái sự mà phải theo đuổi khác, other commitments. Like, for example, they have work to do, they have other events to attend. If you invite them last minute, it's almost impossible for them to attend your event, isn't it?
yes, I
Hmm.
agree with that. Sometimes it can be stressful,
Mhm. Very.
especially, yes, especially if they have to manage a large number of guests. So careful, carefulness is really important. Try
I
to
see.
stay, yes, try to manage everything and ensure that the events
But smoothly, right?
that should be smooth.
Ensure the event goes smoothly. Because if there are any unexpected, like for example, if there are an unexpected incidents, những chuyện nó không mong muốn nó xảy ra là unexpected incidents that happen, you could be, your reputation could be harmed, right? It could negatively, it could negatively affect your reputation. Organizing events, people have a lot of things to complain about. People can scrutinize. People love to scrutinize, or criticize.
Yes.
People love to criticize or to scrutinize you. People can say that, oh, that's such a bad event planner. Oh my God, so unprofessional. People always like, if the food is cold or if the food is not that great, people will criticize you a lot. Why? Because they are not the one organizing and they expect a lot. People often have high expectation. They often have high expectations of any event they attend. And of course, they have to pay money. So they are the one who will criticize or scrutinize you a lot. Đúng cái nghề làm dâu trăm họ, cái nghề host event. Host event is not easy. Now, so what do you think makes a successful event then?
Successful events
Yes.
depends on several factors.
Such as.
Uh, yes, there are some are the most important ones. I think that a clear and a clear and particular planning and organization. People
You mean
should
a clear and detailed planning, right? A clear and detailed planning is important. Of course, it is.
set,
Anything
uh,
else?
s- setting a clear goal for the event, just as s- the mm, place, uh, time, and who they will invite.
Mhm.
Just creating a detailed plan, including a schedule, budgets, and a list to do. The more detailed they do, the more successful the event become. I think that.
Okay.
Besides that,
So what kind of events do people enjoy attending the most? Think about music events or wedding events or funerals or educational events or any kind of event you can think of. What do you think? Which events people enjoy attending the most then?
some events that I think are concerts and music festivals. The live music events uh, are really exciting, especially when their favorite artists perform. That
Okay.
make people want to take part in that event more than ever because they have a chance to meet their idols and enjoy a happy time with their friends.
Okay.
Of course, music is a part of people life that nearly cannot cannot lack in any party. So I think concerts will be first choice if people want to uh, participate in any event.
Okay. So do you know about like there are events that people must attend, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they will enjoy it. It is not necessarily, it does not necessarily mean. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they enjoy it. Nó không nhất thiết là có nghĩa rằng họ sẽ thích nó, like for example, team building event, you know. Like team building events. Nobody likes it, but they have to attend it because of their work, you know, or educational events. They have to go there to get informations, you know, about events, about like their educational opportunities or funerals. Nobody really like to go to funeral event, you know. Đâu có ai muốn đi đám tang. Nhưng mà người ta chết thì phải đến cúng viếng chẳng hạn. Alright, so what kind of event do you enjoy attending the most? Yes, hello.
Hello.
Okay,
In my,
please answer that.
yes, in my opinion, I love um, I love comedy shows that I can take part in as a audience. I sit in the theaters and enjoy the shows. Of course, comedy events brings laughter and a fun experience for everyone who take part in.
Okay.
And it's a good uh it's a good way to relax and unwind. I think many people such as me love enjoys funny fun times, and I know that there are many comedy shows nowadays, but it's not always a good idea because, in my opinion, I think that there are many un- and worthy shows that are
What to
organized.
even?
Yes, it's it's not organized. It's not organized good enough. They just want money of the audience, and they don't meet audience requirements. I believe that organize an event
Okay.
are extremely hard,
Of course, it's
and
difficult. You know.
yes, and
Oh, it is.
requires a huge efforts. But I
Mhm.
think if the producer can can if producer can satisfy their audience, they will receive um, a truthful reward.
Okay. So, have you ever sought sponsors for event before? So here is another thing. To seek, to seek sponsor. So seek, sought, you know. Tìm kiếm nhà tài trợ. Have you ever sought sponsor for events before? Like for example, if you want to organize, let's say, your birthday party, if you do not have enough money, you might need to ask sponsor from your parents, for example. Or maybe if you want to like do an event, music event, a lot of music events, they don't have the money, of course. They need to seek for sponsors, maybe from like companies in the local area, you know, like you can tell them, okay, we need sponsors. You guys can go there and advertise your products in our music event, for example, something like that. You guys can give us like t-shirts to people, something like that. Giống như là nhận tài trợ từ người ta thì phải cho người ta ờ, giống như quảng cáo rồi đó, người ta phải quảng cáo cái sự kiện của em nha. Okay, so have you ever sought sponsors for events before? Or it's like you can say like have you seen people doing this before? Em có
But
nhìn thấy ai đã từng làm việc này chưa chẳng hạn?
fortunately, I used to shout sponsor for an event.
I used to
That
seek. Remember, seek, sought, sought. Seek, sought, sought. So I used to seek.
I
Yeah.
used I used to
I used
see
to seek.
I used to see sponsors for an events in the past. I remember that um I I and my classmates due to raise a funds to celebrate uh, middle festival, middle autumn festival for uh, children uh, in us in our temple. That's so we are we we make uh,
Sorry.
bread bread we we
Okay,
buy
let's try another question then. How important is planning in organizing a successful event? Do people need to plan really carefully for that? Because in reality, a lot of things can still happen,. Though if you plan. So how important is planning in organizing a successful event? What do you think?
of course planning is really important to make an event successful because it's is crucial for ensuring everything runs smoothly and
Mhm.
successfully. A well-organized event most guest experience prevents last-minute issues and impress their guests. Some reasons, I think, why events planning is important is the purchase management.
Budget management.
Purchase management.
Budget. Budget. It's like budget. It's like budget management. All right. Phải quản lý
Yes,
kiểm soát cái ngân sách không chi tiêu quá mức chẳng hạn. You have to control the budget, otherwise there would be uncontrolled spending. You don't want that.
a detailed plan prevents overspending
Mhm.
and have uh, managed resources effectively. Of
You mean manage resources effectively, right?
resource effectively.
Okay, good. What else then?
Yes, it's have seeking sponsors. Um, sponsors because when people have a detailed planning, that's pursue their sponsors to invest in their events
Okay.
better than they just uh, requires for an sponsors without um, any any plans. Things it boosts their the reliance.
Reliance. It boosts their reputation and wait, it boosts their reputation. and reliability, I think. Reliability, I think, cái mức độ đáng tin cậy. Còn reputation là danh tiếng. It boosts their reliability, I think, and reputation as well. Okay. So, how do you handle unexpected problems during an event? You know, there would always be something like that. Like we call, like there could be, for example, drunk people making a scene, Có mấy người mà tự nhiên say xỉn xong rồi cái họ giống như là tự nhiên gây chuyện, making a scene vậy đó, gây drama vậy đó. There could be something like that, So how do you handle unexpected problems during an event? Or there might be people who don't like each other. There are sometimes people fight each other even in event, like I've heard that people who got drunk and they fought each other in wedding events, Nhiều khi đi đám cưới xong có mấy người ông say xỉn xong cái không ưa nhau xong quánh nhau á. There are things like that happened. It's quite common, to be honest with you. So how do you handle unexpected problems during an event then?
I think there are many unexpected problems can happen during an event, and one of that is security issues.
Issues is
Issues.
security issues is
Yes, when people have to manage a crowd, sometimes overcrowding uninvited guests can be a problem. That requires organize uh,
organizers to
organizers have
to
um,
intervene, you mean,
have to use ticket and to control
and take control
entry
of the
to
situation.
control to control who are invited, who are not. Hire securities for large events. They will manage the crowds and have clear emergency plans in case of incidents.
Incidents. I see. All right. At worst, you can just call the police. Không thì không
Yes,
thì gọi công an thôi. You know.
but police in Vietnam often go at the last minute.
Of course, they will come like a few hours afterward. They will come like in a few hours, I know. Okay, anyway, let's just go to part two then. Okay, let's try 92. Describe a piece of equipment that is important in your home. Let's try that. A piece of equipment that is important in your home. You should say what it is, how often you use it, with whom you use it, and explain why it's important. And then part three about equipment. So what kinds of machines are there in people's homes? You can talk about many different kind of machines, and what their uses. What are the differences? What are the differences between the young and the old? The young and the old, okay? In their attitudes towards electronic gadgets. The old people, they often always say that, oh no, we cannot use that. You cannot use this, something like that. And they prefer the old traditional way. So when they have to learn how to use electronic devices, it was always a struggle. It almost always a struggle though. So it's almost always a struggle. Nó luôn là một cái sự vật lộn luôn á, for the older people to use electronic gadgets. But once they are so used to them, they are even more addicted. than children, you know, than children. Ờ, một khi mà con người lớn mà đã sử dụng chúng thành thạo rồi á, họ còn nghiện còn hơn cả trẻ con nha. They're even more addicted than children are. That's what I can see. You know, okay. Think about that. Thái độ của người trẻ và người già khác nhau nào trong chuyện sử dụng công cụ điện tử, dụng cụ điện tử, thiết bị điện tử. What kind of professions require people to use machines? You can explore different machine. It's not just a computer, you know. It could be that you have to use special machine. Like for example, if you work in a printing shop, for example, then you have to, of course, use a printer, big one, you know, photocopier, máy photocopy cỡ lớn á, photocopier, printer, or other kind of machine, big, massive machines that is used for printing, you know. For example, if you work, let's say, in a factory, of course, you have to be able to use different kind of machine as well, especially in an assembly line. An assembly line, nó gọi dây chuyền sản xuất á. In the assembly line, and you have to get used to a lot of different kind of machines like um, máy nghiền, máy trộn, máy đủ thứ. Like a lot of machines like a grinding machine, mixing machine, what's it called? Chopping machine, maybe. There could be different kind of names, you know. Now, will many people's work be done by robots in the future? Well, I think you know the answer for this one. Okay, some time to think now. All right, Miss Rook, please describe a piece of equipment that is important in your home. Can you?
Yes, I be I believe that the washing machine is one of the most essential household appliances. In my family, we do laundry right every 2 days because there are always a lot of clothes that need to be washed.
Okay.
And no one want to spend time and efforts washing them by hand
Okay.
instead of doing multiple small loads. We gather everyone's clothes and wash them together as because the washing machines consume a large amounts of electricity.
Electricity.
Yes, thanks to this way, we can we can maximize uh, efficiency and save energies. Think that not only my family, washing machines is an indispensable items from many
Household.
How, households because it's really convenient in reducing the times and efforts for laundry, allowing people to focus on other tasks or
Okay.
simply enjoy their free time.
All right. So that's why it's important, yeah.
Yes, I think it's truly important.
I see. So what kinds of machines are there in people's homes? Can you talk about different kinds of machines in people's homes?
There are many kinds of machines in people home nowadays. For ex- for example, in kitchens, uh, refrigerator to keep food fresh and prevent spoilage.
Spoilage, you mean?
Spoilage, hư hỏng, prevent
Exactly, to
spoilage.
prevent them from getting spoiled or to prevent spoilage. Very good. Spoilage. Very good. Wait, what kind of food
Uh,
is that? Is that a fridge you talking about? Or freezer?
refrig- refrigerator.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes. And microwave oven. I think almost every
Household.
households own at least one because microwave is really uh, convenient
Mm,
and help uh, people a lot. They just spend 1 to 2 minutes to warm their warm their dinners,
yeah.
their breakfast, or something like that. And one things and one appliance I think many people on want uh, are is dishwashers.
Okay. About
Yes,
dishwasher. I've heard a lot about dishwasher, but I'm just not so sure exactly if that's exactly what I need. I've been
uh,
trying to think about it.
I don't know is really good as the
As advertised or not,
advertise advertisement, uh,
Not
but
sure if they are as good as advertised, như được quảng cáo. But maybe you should try it. There's only one way to know.
I know that it's safe water, but I don't
Does it
know.
save water for real? Are you sure?
I
Mấy có
some
chắc không?
I used to heard about that,
I
but
used to hear about that, yeah.
yes, but I'm not sure about electricity.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, maybe it's consume a lot.
I
You know,
see.
everything have good and bad
Bad.
aspects, I think.
I agree. Now, so what are the differences between the young and the old in their attitudes toward electronic gadgets then?
The attitudes of young and old people toward electronic gadgets can
Electronic gadgets.
electronic gadgets
Gadgets.
gadgets can be different
Mm,
in many ways. Often depends on their experiences, lifestyle, and familiarity.
familiarity. You mean how popular these devices are, you mean?
Uh, I means I means the opportunity for to access
To
technologies,
access, you mean to access this
the,
technology.
the access technology,
The opportunity to access this technology.
these technologies.
Very good. Những công nghệ này, the opportunity to access these technologies. Like you mean, for example, if a country like Vietnam, for example, there would be less opportunities to access new technologies compared to Japan or South Korea, right? Is that what you're trying to say?
I mean that it depends on the areas people live. Uh,
The
it's
era people lives in, you mean?
yes, it will um, it will influence the opportunity to access these technologies, such as um, high-end device.
Mm.
Yes, and the ways people use them when when the youngs and the olds are quite different. I think young people seem to more comfortable and
Seems to be more comfortable.
seem to be more comfortable and adapt to use electronic gadgets
Mm.
due to growing up in a digital
Whoa.
world. Not as the old people, they are used to. be old device,
Mhm.
and sometimes they don't want to learn new technology. I think it's quite hard for them to learn something fast, and the more the more technologies are, the more they feel hard to access.
Mhm.
Older generations might prefer more traditional ones, such as basic mobile phones and landline phones. Be- I know that many old people love uh, talking to their family members for a long time. So, landline phones seem to be more suitable for them than mobiles. I think because the fees seem to be less
To be what?
seem to be less
Less.
seem to be less.
You mean to be less expensive, you mean?
Yes, seem to be less expensive uh,
Hmm,
than mobile phone.
I see. Right. So, but there, of course, old people who really love new technologies, if they have access to new technology, they just really love it, One thing I could think about is basically the massage chair. You know that those things? The
Oh,
massage chair. Those things are super expensive, but they help solving a lot of problems with if you are aching or you have to exercise. So I do think the massage chair is somewhat, it's worth it to buy it, I think.
I used to try massage chairs with my
Massage chairs
massage chairs with my mothers in the mall.
in the
Many
mall, in the mall.
yes, in the mall. But in my opinions and my mother, that the massage chairs is not um, comfortable.
Hmm.
Uh, it's most comfortable as people do it.
I see.
Yes,
Right. So, what kinds of professions require people to use machines? What do you think? Hmm.
I think that prof- machines that equipped in the, factories are um,
Or factories or production line or
operational
assembly
lines,
line.
which are not per, which not serve daily life, require people have 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 to learn how to operate to use them,
Yes.
and require professionals such as, I think, just as healthcare health healthcare device. It's require doctors uh, and people who are worked in healthcare field to operate such as medical equipment. When people come to hospital, there are many professions, professional machines, such as X-ray machine
Okay.
and
What kind of machine are you talking about?
X-ray X-ray
Can you
machine.
pronounce that? Can you spell that?
Lấy ít quang, X-ray,
X-ray
X,
machine.
X-ray
Machine.
machines.
X-ray machine.
X-ray
X-ray machine.
X-ray machine.
X-ray machine. Can you try that again?
X X X
X-ray machine.
X-ray machine.
Okay, good. Those things, I think X-ray machine has been around for like 120 years, I think. It's more than we think, I think.
Uh, but it still require people
Of course.
have technique
Yeah,
to use it.
of course.
Yes.
Okay, so what other professions require people to use machines then? Let's think about more than just office worker using laptops, you know. Think about like people in specialized jobs, like for example, quality control. People who work in quality control, kiểm định chất lượng, á, kiểm tra chất lượng, á, of course they have to have all the kind of testing machines, or people who work in the lab, you know, of course, those people are the one who need machines the most, lab workers. Những người đó là những người mà thường xuyên phải dùng máy các thứ.
Yes. I think that besides uh, machines, there are uh, many software or apps ha- have professions in their job,
Okay.
such as who work as software
Developer.
developers relies on computer programming
Computers.
computers, programming tools, and automated testing machines.
Okay. So, will many people's work be done by robots in the future? It means that they will lose their job to robots. So, what do you think about this prediction? What do you think about this?
Of course, because the adva- advance of
You
technologies,
mean advancement of technology?
advance
The
the advance
advancement of technology.
the advancement of technologies, it's likely that many jobs will be automated by robots and artificial intelligence in the future. This trend is already happening in many
Industries.
industries,
Industries, undoubtedly.
many industries.
So automations, it happened like since the 1960s already. Automation, you know, so tự động hóa. It happens in the automobile industry like a long time ago, like 60 years ago, in in the automobile industry. Ngành công nghiệp xe máy xe hơi ấy. It happens there a long time already.
Yes, manufacturing and production lines are some fields that robots seem to dominate, especially for repetitive tasks like
Yes, very good.
yes, like packaging. Machines are more efficient and can work
And
for a
accurate,
long
you
time.
know, much more accurate as well. Nó chính xác hơn nhiều luôn á. Much more accurate and efficient.
Yes, and they don't uh, need to be rest. Need to rest,
They don't need to rest. They don't need to have salary, you know.
and they don't
They don't
require
need to get
benefits.
paid. They don't ask for benefits. They don't go on
Yes,
strike, you know. They
yes,
don't go on strike. Chúng không có go on strike, không có biểu tình. They don't ask for salary, you know. Không đòi lương nữa.
Yes, it seems to be perfect for
Hmm.
uh for the business, but I still believe that they cannot replace they cannot replace totally for real worker because robots need to be operated by work worker such as engineer.
Sorry.
I still believe that robots cannot tot- cannot be totally replaced. Uh, cannot totally replace real worker because they are people who operate them. But but in um but I know that many low salaries work such as um such
Shepherds,
as
delivery man, delivery people.
yes,
Yes.
who are not professional, who
They will
are
be
not
replaced by,
have a high uh specific skill. They have
they don't possess like specific skills. Yeah.
yes, they will
Those who don't possess like specific skills, or those who are not highly skilled, they will lose their job for sure.
yes they
Already,
can
already, when the AI appears, it seems like already a lot of people they find it very difficult to find jobs, and they just get laid off. They just lose their job, they just laid off, bị sa thải. Already you can see that.
yes.
So this trend will just keep on continuing. Right, I see. So is there anything that people can do if they want to remain employable? To remain employable, nếu mà con người ta vẫn còn muốn gọi là có thể được thuê mướn. If they want to remain employable, what should people do? What do you think?
You know the difference between robots and humans is emotion. No, emotion. And just people can understand uh, people. Uh, just human can understand human. That's the reason why many jobs are still remain for humans, such as doctors and
Jobs such as doctors, nurses,
and uh,
jobs that require people to talk to each other, right? Like for example, consultants, những người mà gọi là làm cái nghề tư vấn á. Consultants, of course, engineer. We will always need engineers because machine they break down. Luôn luôn phải cần những người làm kỹ sư nha. They are super important. And also jobs that require people human interaction, like teaching, for example. I don't think it will be replaced because
yes,
we are humans. We still need human interactions.
because just humans can understand the demands of others, and this boosts the creativity and man
Creativity.
yes, this boosts the creativity new um new device, new technologies, and new inventions will be uh will be born thanks to this.
Okay.
Yes, and as and so that why I think that robots cannot replace people in every aspect.
Okay,
It's
so
good.
let's okay. What else would you like to add?
Yes, I think that if people use robots in a proper way, they can
Proper,
be
in a
rob
proper way, careful.
in a
Proper,
in
một cách
a
đàng hoàng, một cách phù hợp.
proper way.
In a proper way, yes.
In a proper way, they can be a effective assistant for them in the future.
Okay, good. So, okay, let's move on to another topic, part two. Um, say all the way here. Okay, try 160. Can you describe a job that is useful to the society? Of course, all jobs are useful, right? Otherwise, that job will disappear. But I think one job that is super unuseful, I
Yes.
think, is the people who, how can I say, you know, jobs that are unuseful to the society would highly be replaced by AI, for example. Um, assembly worker, for example, cleaners. Because why? We should have machines, we should have robots to clean our home for us already, you know? But the problem is those robots are still very expensive. Once the price of those robots drop down to an acceptable level, then cleaners will run out of jobs, I think. Tại bây giờ thực sự là nó có robot dọn dẹp đấy nhưng mà thực sự là nó chưa đến cái mức mà gọi thành một cái quản gia trong nhà mà nó đủ gọi là đủ rẻ để người ta mua, you know. It's all about the price, you know. Now, so describe a job that is useful to society. You should say what job it is, how you know about this job. What types of people do this job? Thực sự là có nhiều công việc bây giờ nó nở ra những công việc lạ lùng mới mẻ khác nha. Like I know that people are such struggling with mental health issues. Con người ta bây giờ người ta đang ngày càng struggle với lại những cái vấn đề mà mental health issues, những vấn đề sức khỏe tinh thần. So maybe um, psychologist, doctor that specialize in psychology, you know, those people will finally thrive in a society, I would believe so. Or jobs in which, like, you know, it gives people the sense of hope and make people feel better. Những cái công việc mà làm cho người ta cảm thấy tốt hơn á. Like, you might be very surprised, but some people they feel so lonely. So in China, they're actually a job in which you can hire a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you know, boyfriend or girlfriend for hire, you know. Job mà coi gọi là thuê bạn trai, thuê bạn gái á. Tại vì những cái người mà người ta quá là lonely, người ta quá là cô đơn á. Người ta cần những người đó và đương nhiên là trả theo giờ. Of course, you are paid hourly, or there could be other jobs that you can imagine, you know. You should explain what type of people do this job. Những loại con người nào hay làm công việc này. Like explain why you think this job is useful to the society, to society. Tại sao bạn nghĩ rằng công việc này hữu ích cho xã hội? And then part three, we talk about being well paid, you know. What kind of jobs are well paid in your country? Ở nước bạn công việc gì trả lương nhiều, trả lương cao? I don't think teachers got paid that much, you know. People think that YouTubers get paid a lot, yeah? But no, I have never earned a single dime from YouTube, honestly. But my videos help people to get to know me more, and then they come to me um, for tuition. So in that way, I am very grateful, you know. Now,
Yes,
you should
but
think, okay, so a lot of people they think that if you invest in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, you would be more cryptocurrency, you know. It's a trend now. People think that those jobs pay well. But of course, there's a lot of scams as well. Siêu nhiều lừa đảo luôn á, mấy cái chỗ đó luôn á. Another job I can think of is to get involved in a Ponzi scheme. To get involved in a Ponzi scheme, or like what's it called? Multi-level marketing. Nó gọi là tiếp thị đa đa tầng, tức là đa cấp đấy. Well, actually, yes. If you get involved in multi-level marketing and you are at a higher level, you earn a lot of money. Nếu mà mình ở trên cái tầng cao hơn của cái đa cấp đó, đương nhiên sẽ kiếm được nhiều tiền rồi. But of course, this is called a Ponzi scheme by the name of a person who invented that is the guy named Ponzi. Cái này nó gọi là một cái chiêu trò của Ponzi, nhưng mà nó không bất hợp pháp nha. It's actually not illegal. It's just controversial, okay? Nó chỉ gọi là mang tính mà gây tranh cãi nhiều thôi chứ nó không có illegal nha. All right, so what occupation tend to have low or high incomes? Những nghề nào thường có xu hướng là có thu nhập cao hoặc thấp? Yeah, I'm sure you know about this one. Now, so what kind of job deserve a high salary? So deserve, loại công việc nào xứng đáng có lương cao? So think about all the efforts and the hours. Let's think about all the efforts and the many hours of training, many hours or year or months or years of training. Think about like the workload, the academic requirements, những cái đòi hỏi về mặt học thuật, học vấn. What kind of job deserve a high salary? I can only think about doctors or teachers, you know. But especially, I think kindergarten teacher. I think kindergarten teachers deserve more pay because, you know, first, they have to deal with so many kids, and that is very stressful. Đương đầu với mấy đứa trẻ con đâu đơn giản đâu. Một bà mẹ sinh con này phải đương đầu một đứa thôi, trong khi các cô phải đương đầu cả chục đứa. A mom has to deal with only a kid, you know, a toddler or maybe a baby. But kindergarten teachers have to deal with like 10 plus, 20, 30 kids like that. And that is a very physically demanding job. Nó là một công việc mà gọi là đòi hỏi thể lực lắm luôn á. Physically demanding, physically and mentally demanding job. Đòi hỏi về thể lực và cả tinh thần luôn nha. So that's why I heard a lot of incidents like kindergarten teachers in Vietnam, they drug the kids. They give sleeping pills to the kids so that the kids would sleep a lot. You know? Thực sự là có nhiều sự kiện mà giống như nhiều cái cô giáo mẫu giáo Việt Nam ấy cho nó uống thuốc ngủ, cho mấy đứa nhỏ nó ngủ luôn để cho nó khỏi ồn, you know. Xong cái phụ huynh đón về thôi. Oh my God, that sounds so wrong, you know. But anyway, I do think that kindergarten teachers deserve more pay. Think also about doctors and any medical professional. Medical professional là những cái người mà thường xuyên bị trả lương rất thấp luôn á. And also think about people who work in the green sector, you know, people who work in environmental sector, people who work to protect environment. I do think that street sweepers, những người mà quét rác trên đường á, or cleaners, they need to be paid more. Mấy công việc đó tốn sức lắm nha, phải không đâu? The street sweeper and cleaners, it's a very physically demanding job, you know, and can be dangerous. Có thể nguy hiểm phải không đâu, tại vì em tiếp xúc với những cái rác đó nhiều khi cũng nguy hiểm phải không đâu? Because you are in contact, they are in contact with uh, with dangerous trash or chemicals. Can be chemical as well. Nó có là hóa chất nữa nha. Dangerous trash or chemicals every day could be very dangerous for them, you know. Okay, think about, do you think doctors should be well paid? Who should receive a higher salary? Young people or older people? Ai nên nhận được lương cao hơn, người trẻ hay người già? You know, older people, they don't have many things to spend money on, I believe, compared to the young people, I think. Because young people, they have to date. Người trẻ thì phải hẹn hò. Yes, and họ đương nhiên hẹn hò đâu có rẻ. You know, dating is not cheap. So maybe they need higher salary, maybe. And also the younger people, they have a lot of things to spend money on, like new technology, technological device. They have a lot of things they need to spend money on, like for example, holidays, kỳ nghỉ chẳng hạn. But older people, they need to spend money on healthcare much more, you know. Người già thì phải bỏ nhiều tiền cho chăm sóc sức khỏe nha. So you think about those things. Next, do you think school should provide career advice to students? Bạn nghĩ rằng trường học nên cung cấp những lời khuyên về nghề nghiệp đối với sinh viên học sinh không? Okay, you do have some time to think about this one. Okay, Mr. Please describe a job that is useful to the society.
A craft that I think extremely useful to the society is sanitation workers.
Sorry, which one?
Sanitation worker.
Sanitation worker. I do agree. Those are people who help clean the street, help clean the places, different places. Những người làm cây lao công, những người làm dọn dẹp. Sanitation workers. Okay, please go on.
I think this draft that is extremely valuable, even though it's not often regarded as a appreciated profession like doctors or engineers. However, without them, society would live in a polluted environment due to
You mean
waste in a polluted environment.
a polluted and filthy as well. Nó gọi là nó dơ bẩn. Environment. Just look at what happens in India, for example. Oh my God.
Yes. Not to mention the risk of illness from a toxic environment.
From
The
toxic
mer-
environment, you mean from toxic environment?
from a toxic environment. The musty and bad smells would also make it impossible for people to live
Mhm,
comfortably, which can significantly affect mental health.
mhm.
I believe this is a job that doesn't require high level qualification. However, it does require patience and uh, and hard working
And hard
as
work. And hard work.
and hard work.
Okay, anything else?
Yes, as is certainly not an easy job since workers are constantly exposed to pollution.
Very good. They're
Besides,
constantly exposed to pollution. Very good. They're constantly exposed to pollution. Liên tục bị tiếp xúc với lại ô nhiễm luôn á. That's true. And many of them I know they do not have any kind of protection, you know. Không có sự phòng vệ luôn á. So that's just really bad, you know.
yes, and sometimes I think their salaries doesn't deserve their efforts.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, what kind of jobs are well paid in your country?
In in I think in any countries, jobs will be classified into two kinds. Um,
Categories, you mean?
um, Manual work and intellectual work.
Intellectual, you mean
Intellectual
manual,
work.
manual and
Manual and
intellectual work.
intellectual work.
Công việc chân tay và công việc trí thức. Oh, wow.
Yes,
Manual and intellectual work. Yes.
and and intellectual works seem to be well paid
Well
than
paid.
well
Paid.
seem to be
Seems to be
well
well
paid
paid.
than uh the the previous.
More well paid than the other one, right?
Yes.
If you say that, then doctors, they work with their hands a lot. Are they manual worker as well? You know, for example, dentists, they work with their hands a lot. Are they manual worker as well?
No, it's not. It's not means that
It
because
doesn't mean
manual
that, eh?
ways simply use their
The knowledge
physical
and
power.
their physical power, yes,
Yes.
and also
Well,
years of experience and knowledge as well.
yes, and not and they don't have a specific skill or experience that need to do a job.
Okay.
And besides that, an element that affect people's salaries is the requirement of an economy and
Okay.
society. Some common types of web-based job that I think is in many nations are medical professional.
Mm,
Yes, this role requires extensive education and training, often taking many years to study and and have experience. So
yes.
their salaries seem to very high.
Seem to be very high.
Seem to be very high.
Of course, they should be well paid if they have spent so much time and effort in learning, you know.
Dentists. I think this job really is well paid.
Mm,
Uh, if they have a personal clinic, they earn a lot of money.
mhm.
Yes, because I think that people need dentists more than others kinds of other kinds of medical professional.
Okay.
Yes, um, and in this another job I think is uh are technologies and IT who are who develops software and engineer in technology industry. Software developers, web developers, and IT specialists are often highly paid because many other fields that need them as an assistant to run their work smoothly. It's rarely there are rarely a field that doesn't use machine technologies. So this job really important to develop
Develop
to develop to develop nowadays industry
industry.
is to develop nowadays industry.
Mhm. Okay, so what occupations tend to have low or high incomes? I mean, you can talk about the situation in Vietnam or around the world if you want to. Like, for example, I think the general rule now is that if it depends on the competition, if there's so much competition, then the job would usually have a low income, you know? Like, for example, the competition for IT jobs are actually very high. Competition for teaching job is also very high now. Oh, well. Anyway, so that's the general rules, okay? Cạnh tranh càng cao thì lương sẽ càng giảm xuống thôi. So that's why I try to do many things and then um, you know, I try to be different. Because if you try to be the same like other people, if you try to do the same jobs like them, you will have to face a lot of competition, you know. Nếu mà cứ bắt chước theo bầy đàn theo người khác thì kiểu gì mà chẳng cạnh tranh một đống, you know. Right. So what do you think? What occupations tend to have a low income or high income?
To be honest, I think that occupations can depend on factors such as skill level, education, and requirement of society. Below, below general trends regarding low income and high income occupations are uh, as for example, for low incomes occupations are often in sectors with higher competition and less demand
Okay.
for such as retail and service jobs, cashier, uh, fast food worker. These positions uh, often offer hourly wages, and income can be low without any other benefits
Okay.
like 9 to 5 job and manual labor and low skill job requires physical work.
Physical strength, and of course, it demands a lot of effort.
Yes, but because they don't be well trained as a profession of professions, and they don't have high qualification. So um and this job even not requires higher levels of education, so often results in lower pay. And a job that I think many people think that uh, they don't earn a lot of money, such as agricultural job. But
Agricultural job, like jobs that work in agricultural field, you mean?
cultural skill. But in practical, I think that farm worker nowadays learn more than the past because if they own they their property,
Okay.
they can earn a lot of money thanks to raw lands l- or for others rent their properties.
Okay. Interesting. Now, so let's talk about who deserved more. So, what kind of jobs deserve a high salary? What do you think?
In my opinion, jobs that deserve it's not. is not relative to young or old people. It depends on their position. Because pro- if their occupations requires high high skill and experience, and they adapt to their job,
Mhm.
it will be well paid.
Mhm.
And of course, older people seem to be more experienced
Okay.
and skill and have a better skill than young people who just uh, graduate or don't have many experience in their life.
Mhm.
But uh, instead of that, um, young people have better knowledge
What do
of
you think?
technology.
Yeah, they have better knowledge of technology. They are more adaptable as well. Nó còn một cái đó rất quan trọng đó chính là adaptable. They are more adaptable. And adaptability is super important in this new world because in this ever-changing world, we need to adapt, we need to unlearn what we learned before, chúng ta còn phải học lại, phải adapt well nữa nha. Trời ơi, trong thế giới đang thay đổi rất là nhanh như vậy. Cho nên tính mà thích nghi nó quan trọng lắm á. Adaptability is super, super important in this new world, I think. Okay,
They,
what else do you say?
they may bring fresh perspective, innovative idea, and technical skill,
Yes.
particularly in fields like technologies where younger may be more familiar with tools and trends.
Mm-hmm.
It's really important to uh, boost their positions in the future because they adapt well with the chance with the change of the world. However, with our experience, they are they typically they typically less as they still building their knowledge and skill. But it's just temporary because
Temporary,
yes,
you mean
temp-
it's only
yes, it's
temporary.
just temporary because their power in new technique seem to be more important in this nowadays
Mhm.
world.
In this nowadays world, yeah. Okay, good. So, do you think doctors should be well paid? So this is like basically an extension of the question that you just answered, but we focus on doctors. Do you think doctors should be well paid? You know how much doctor made after like 5 years of their graduation? Zero. Why? Because doctors in Vietnam, they have to work as a residency doctor, residency. Have to do residency, have to do residency practice. Giống như là họ ở luôn trong bệnh viện á, trong thời gian mới làm residency á. And also they are paid very, very low. Trả lương gần như không có luôn á. They are paid very low. After 5 years, they can finally open their own business, their own like clinics, small little clinics. That's the rules in Vietnam. Of course, a lot of doctors, they struggle a lot. It's not that easy. Họ struggle lắm luôn, đâu phải là dễ dàng đâu. So do you think doctors should be well paid?
Yes, I agree that doctors should be well paid. In Vietnam, to become a doctor requires years of education. Uh, I remember that to graduate and becomes a doctor, people have to learn 8 years in their university, almost double compared with others field,
Compare with other
include
what?
other fields, job, other job, including and often several years of residency.
Okay.
Yes, this long this long time involves a significant of financial and personal investment. So to be a doctor um, requires them work hard and patience a lot. And of course, even they graduate from their university, they have to experience a long time to practice with low salary. Uh, they have to dedicate the times, efforts, and resources to their education. And I strongly believe that they deserve high salaries for their efforts and for the time they dedicate for people
Mhm.
who need them in their hard time.
Okay. I see. Of course, all the time, all dedication, all the sleepless night also. Những cái đêm mà không ngủ được nữa cơ. Of course. Because you have to be on call all the time. To be on call all the time, you know. So your sleep will certainly be disturbed. Giống như là em đang ngủ chập chờn búp một cái có cấp cứu rồi xong. Your sleep will certainly be disturbed. It's a certain thing that can happen, you know. And it is estimated that doctors only live up to about 60 something years old. Từ tuổi trung bình doctor khoảng sáu mấy người tuổi chết rồi. It's like that, you know. Because they live a very unhealthy lifestyle. Thực sự là họ sống một cái lối sống rất là không lành mạnh luôn á. Thức khuya dậy sớm. They sleep late and they have to wake up early. And they have to work insane hours, you know. Làm việc những tiếng đồng hồ rất là kinh khủng luôn á. Okay, so who should receive a higher salary? Young people or older people? What do you think?
For me, young or old people doesn't influence their salaries. Their salaries depends on many other factors such as experience, job performance, and requirement of society. For older worker uh, with many years of experience often have a deep knowledge of their field and may and because the time they dedicate for their company, they will receive a bonus, a, a bonus salary. So seem their salary seem to be often higher than young people who just works in a limited time.
Okay.
Yes, and their salary and for all people in many professions, their salary increase with experience and seniority. So that's so this is one of elements young people cannot compete compete with them.
Compete with, yeah, also
Compete
cannot compete with that, right?
compete with that.
So if you are 30 or something and you lose your job right now, it's actually harder for you to get employed, you know? If you're 40 and you lose your job, it's even way harder to get employed, you know?
Yes, because
So, but now we talk about the prospect of having a higher salary, you know? So let's discuss this one about the needs of young people and older people. Who do you think need more money? Who do you think need more salary? Bây giờ mình nói về khía cạnh của chuyện mà chi tiêu đi. Who do you think need more money? Yeah.
um I think young people seem to be pay uh, re- uh, for their demand more than the older people. They have to date, have to uh, entertain, and they seem to go out with their friends more than the older people. But older people who have their own families, who have their children and their parents who need to who they need to support also needs money. But and that wise it's hard for me uh to to decide who should receive a higher salary. So to be uh so to be fair, I think
Mhm,
that their salary should be depends on how they dedicate for their
mhm,
job for their company.
mhm. All right, I see. So do you think school should provide career advice to students?
Yes, I strongly believe school should provide career device to
Career.
career career device
No,
to
no, no,
their student
career advice.
career advice to their students. It's is cruel, cruel for helping their students understand their strengths, interests, and potential career paths because this current school have enough who have enough knowledge and studies on job market better than student family. So I think there's really plays a important role in the way students decide their future ca- career path because not all students are aware of the careers which really suitable for them. Before they have a final decision, they need to be uh, they need to receive many advice and decide what's suitable for them.
Mhm.
Yes, career advice can expose students to different fields and help them make proper decisions about their future.
Decision,
Decision,
decisions about their future, right?
decision about their future. It also help them understand the skill and qualification needed for a specific career,
Specific for specific career.
for a specific career.
Okay. But still, many people they choose the wrong job and then they just quit, you know, and then they have to get enrolled in a new university, new courses, you know, and then they just keep wasting their money. And sometimes even after graduation, they choose to do something else that they are not trained for, you know. I think it's a normal thing in a society for people to change their career path, But it doesn't say that career advice from schools are unnecessary. Không có nói là cái lời khuyên về công việc từ những trường học là không cần thiết nha. Mặc dù mình biết là cái chuyện người ta thay đổi nghề là một cái chuyện rất bình thường trong xã hội, nhưng mà điều đó không có nghĩa là lời khuyên về career trong trường là không cần thiết nha. So,
Yes,
yeah.
I think
So what?
that's
Okay, okay. Let's turn around the situation. Bây giờ turn around đi. Bây giờ mình lật ngược vấn đề lại đi. Let's turn around the situation. Turn the table. Okay, on a situation. Bây giờ lật bàn lại đi. Lật lại cái vấn đề đi. So what would happen without career advice? Học sinh có lạc lõng hết xong rồi cuối cùng đi ăn mày hết không? You know, would the students lose their directions and do not have any guidance, and then they would fail in their life? Would that happen?
if students don't have advice from their school. They may face several challenges in their career decision.
Career
Of,
decision.
of course, it's not every student have enough uh, have enough powers. I mean, they know about themselves. They know about what they want. Many young people don't have that ability. They need to be guided.
They need to be guided, or they need to receive some guidance.
Yes, with our guidance, students might struggle to identify their interest,
Their
strengths,
what?
interest,
Interest, you mean?
interest, strengths. Sometimes their teacher, their instructor understand themselves more than understand them more than
Understand them,
themselves.
yeah.
Yes, they know what strength of their student and potential career path for them. This can lead to confusion about future goals if
Goals.
goals goals and educational choice if they don't know what they are really good at and what they really want to be to
Okay.
make. Yes, sometimes they can miss opportunities,
Mhm.
career advice. They may miss opportunity to explore different fields, internships, scholarship,
Scholarship.
scholarships. They may not be aware of not aware of current industries with just people who work in this field and who have knowledge about that to give them some advice.
Mhm. I say
Even worse, they can have poor educational choices because they don't
they
know.
can make poor educational choices. I agree.
Yes, because they don't have exact decisions. Student
And of
might.
course, that is a lot of money because remember, education is not free. And sometimes you have to take loans, have to take loans. Đôi khi phải mượn nợ để mà học đó nha. So if they make poor educational choices, that's super bad. Super, super bad. Tệ lắm luôn á.
They may
So,
lose they may lose in the mass of educational decisions, choosing courses and programs that don't align with their long-term career goals. This could lead to wasted time and their resources.
mhm.
Take loans. are some problems that many students who want to study university uh, meet, and and this really bad if their choice are a mistake.
Okay. All right, so let's stop here. I think it's been good practice today. So yeah, after the Lunar New Year, it's actually quite good now. Yeah. Okay, so take care, and we'll see you on Sunday. Okay.
Okay, yes,
Okay, I'll see you on Sunday.
yes.
Bye.
See ya. Good night, teacher.
Good night. Good night.